This is about a gift I received from my mum for my birthday. She lives quite a distance away, and when I received the parcel, yep, it was broken. I was sad, but I decided I was going to fix it. Had to come up with some ideas to turn this little senorita into something magnificent. I came up with this in my mind. Now I just had to get to work to figure out how I was going to make all the pieces for my senorita. I couldn't find the molds that I needed or the shapes around my house, so I just had to make my own. I started off with plasticine. Plasticine is great because you can reuse it over and over. It lasts for a long time. So once I had made the shapes that I needed, I was able to continue. Life is a little bit like my little senorita. Sometimes we think things are broken when they're really not. It really is a matter of focusing on the project or the piece or the part of our lives that we think is out of whack or broken, and slowly, piece by piece, we can recreate and make something spectacular. Once I made all the little shapes that I needed, it was time. It was time to think about how I was going to put my senorita together. So once I had all the pieces laid out, it was time to make the molds. I used silicone rubber to make my molds. One part A, one part B, and I poured it, and then I just had to wait. This is my cat. I like hanging out with my cat in my spare time. Anyway, these are the molds. They turned out really good. Then it was time to use my resin, measure and pour and make the shapes. Once they were dried, they looked spectacular. I think they came out really, really nice. So when I was painting them, I realized that they actually needed a back color. I tried painting them when they were transparent, it didn't quite work. Once I had all the flowers painted or partly painted, because I needed to retouch things as I went along, it was time to try and figure out, like a puzzle of life, where things go. I put a little bead, a Mexican bead, on her necklace to make it stand out and just look stunning. It does look quite cute, even though she's all patched up with sticky tapes, and that was just to hold the pieces in place. Sometimes when we're remaking ourselves in life, we look a bit like my little senorita. It's not very pretty, but we know at the end that we will create something that we really enjoy and love about ourselves, or whatever project we're working on. So I taped all the pieces together to make sure that they would hold, and then when one piece would dry, the next piece would be put on and taped. Then it was time to do something with her cheeks. Her cheek was quite damaged and had chips missing, so I decided I would put little flowers, and I used wall adhesive to make her little shapes pop out, so she would have little flower shapes. Then I painted the body white, and I put some shapes on her body as well, as you can see. And once I painted the body the color I wanted, which was this really gorgeous kind of aqua green. I really love the sea colors. She was ready to be finished. I touched up her cheeks and I painted them orange, and touched the hair up with black paint. Any cracks, any bits of glue that was showing, I just had to cover them with black so they would look like part of her head. Well, she turned out quite nice. There are the cheeks, you can see I've painted them a nice blush color. Yeah, I like her. She looks amazing. My little Senorita Frida. It took time, it took effort, it was consuming, but wow.